Whatever it is that you celebrate, may it be a great day. Today, Kiana Sage here. I guide people to peace. It just started raining. I was out in the rain, so my hair has gone from straight to a little frizzy. But I'm here to talk about part 4 in the Expanding Consciousness series. And we're talking about focusing on areas of growth. So we'll just wait 5 minutes for people to join on and have a little chat. This is a Bean and Sing 366 video series. I have come on nearly every day, but there will be 366 videos for this series that are all about aligning to the natural laws. They are all about understanding your conscious practices that help you to heal and align within. So for those of you who do not know me, I am Kiana Sage and I guide people to peace through energy psychology. I do this every day, all day long. I bring people to greater awarenesses of their physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual alignment because everything is going in patterns. Hi, Zoya. Good to see you. You left us early yesterday. Good to see you're back. Today is part 4 in the series. This is a little bit deeper dive into expanding consciousness, and we are talking about areas of growth. And I am going to be talking about 3 specific areas of growth that will help expand your layers, levels of consciousness. Hi, Eric. Good to see you. Happy holidays. Yes, Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Eve here, almost. I guess it's Eve there where you are. It's still noon today, but let me tell you, I woke up late and I've been going all morning. So I'm happy to have this little reprieve with you all. So thank you for being here. We'll see who joins on, and then I'll start in the next 3 minutes. Oh, you're learning for your exam. Oh, okay, because I asked you a question and I didn't see you come back. Congratulations, exams. It's always nice to be done with them. Hello, hello. Dread Knight Draco. Did you change your name? Because oh, you're in South Carolina, so you're on the East Coast. Hi, Mike. Good to see you. Oh, you did change your name. There's not a lot of Dracos out there, so good to see you here. Dread Knight Draco. I'm still Foxy Brothers. What does that mean? Merry Christmas, Zoya. Thank you. Blessings to you. May they be multiplied to everybody. Okay, y'all. So it's just about 2 more minutes and then we'll go into the content. Today we're talking about expanding consciousness, specifically focusing on areas of growth. There are so many ways to expand. Hello, Mike. Good to see you. SP, hello. Hello, Hayes. I am good. I'm Ron. I'm good. I'm happy. I had some crazy dreams last night, and I do a lot of healing in my sleep. I do a lot of work in my sleep. And there was one part of my dreams where I just woke up and it's like, remember to clear the in-between spaces. And I was like, what? So I've been busy clearing and healing in between spaces. Oh, I look like a liberal and a Republican. Well, it's to your benefit to not have any judgment, okay? Whatever you think I am. It's only a reflection of you, always, in all ways, okay? So I don't take it personally what people say on here. Happy conscience to continue. Hello, Mr. Lonely. Aw. Okay, y'all, it's 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you're ready, we're talking about expanding consciousness. This is part 4 in a video series, and today we're talking about expansion through areas of growth. So I want to talk about 3 areas of growth that you can expand in consciousness, okay? So the first one is change always starts within, right? So it's going to be developing that personal relationship with growing self-growth, personal growth, personal development, whatever word works for you. Hey Nick, good to see you. It's so good to see you all here. Thank you for being here. So personal development. So Zoya has asked questions in the past about mindfulness and the difference between mindfulness and awareness. But I think what gets missed in this area of personal development is this piece about expanding consciousness. Because when we are taking conscious actions, it's beyond just an awareness. We take the awareness and then we leverage it. Now, when I first started in consulting, there was a lot of people out there in the coaching world that were really just big drivers to have insights and ahas. And I thought, what a waste of time. Because an insight and an aha absolutely means nothing if you do not take conscious action. It means nothing. So taking conscious action with your insights, with your ahas, and moving them, making a decision, creating personal growth. That means that you're expanding beyond your comfort zone, okay? Super important. So if you're going to put personal development and growth and personal growth into a nutshell, it's expanding outside of your comfort zone. It's that learning aspect. It's growing, and there will be growing pains, especially if you're growing spiritually. You will have growing pains. Now, I do this one activity with some of my clients where I help them really learn about their soul lessons. And it can be challenging to do it on your own, but when you're working with a practitioner, it's much easier. But it doesn't mean it changes how your mind processes when you go really deep and you really are expanding in that personal growth and you bring those awarenesses from the unconscious to the conscious level. It's a beautiful thing. That is personal growth, okay? So that's number 1. So when you're focusing on areas of growth, you always want to have this area of self-growth. Personal development is a huge aspect of expanding consciousness, because if you don't have awareness, if you don't have growth, if you don't have awarenesses that lead to growth, those are just insights. Those are just ahas. Those really don't do anything. They don't do anything because there's no conscious action behind them. And that's really important. Number 2 is going to be self-love. Now, self-love. How many of you were even taught self-love in the past? Self-love is something that you're going to have to learn for yourself. But it's a huge aspect of consciousness because everything is a reflection. If you have a lack of love within, it's going to show up in so many areas of your life, and you will feel depleted. You will feel drained. You will have problems with your health. You will have problems with your physical aspects. You will have problems. If you lack self-love, you will have problems. So learning to love yourself, that is growth. That is important. And some of my clients, they spend an entire year focusing on self-love until they fully embody it. And it becomes natural to them. Embodiment is the key to consciousness and evolution. It's really important. A lot of people say it's practices, but the practices are what leads to embodiment. So you really want to learn and teach yourself what self-love is, because what self-love is to me might be different than my husband, and well, for sure is different. And it might be different for you. It probably is, because you're going to have specific needs that need to be addressed. And that's what self-love helps you do, is address those needs. Now, when you have a lot of self-love, you are less triggered. Guess what? You want to be less triggered in your life? You want to have less stress? You got to learn how to self-love. Now, what can be really frustrating, I feel like I'm talking fast, sorry. What can be really frustrating about self-love is a lot of people feel like, well, I should have been taught this stuff. And we can't go into the anger about what we don't know. We just need to start with, hey, on a scale of 0 to 10, I really don't do self-love that well. I need to practice that. And I'm just going to focus on that. And that's going to be the focus or the theme of my year. Either way, it's a worthy endeavor to focus on self-love. You know, when I first started this, I started with, you know, just having one day of self-love, one day where I didn't schedule stuff. Now my life is quite different, and I see self-love as a daily practice, not just a weekly practice. So, you know, begin where you need to begin. But the key is that you learn self-love and you learn how to nurture and love yourself. You parent yourself. You become the parent that you need by loving yourself. So that's number 2. Areas of self-growth include self-development, growing, and then also number 2, self-love. Now, the third one seems like it goes with the second one and the first one, but they are distinctly different, and you will have to find out that distinction for yourself, because how you interpret this is going to be different for you. But self-care is different than self-love. But what are those distinctions for you? For me, self-care is more of body awareness. It's really like listening to my body. That's self-care. It is a loving act to take action on what you hear, but I think self-care is really about listening. What does my body need? What is the food I need? What is the nutrition I need? What is the music I need? What are the friendships I need? What type of relationships do I require? What do I need to grow in self-care? So self-care is really an important aspect. So I would say a reflection is a good self-caring action, but that's different than self-love. Self-love is really teaching yourself how to love and nurture yourself. So I see them as different. So that's why I made them as 3. I'm not sure how you would distinguish those 3, but it really doesn't matter what the distinctions are. What does matter is that you are practicing your focus in areas of growing, of expanding, and knowing that wherever you're expanding, there's usually a contraction before the expansion. So don't worry about the contraction. Just know that when you're focusing on growing, you will expand. But the lack of focus on growth makes you seem like the contraction lasts forever. So, so that's a really important aspect of growing and expanding consciousness, is having growth. I think it often is not emphasized enough, and people focus on, meditation, which is good, and reflection or journaling or exploring, but they miss that it's really, we must be growing. And even my friends who are what I would say spiritual, they're really not focused on their growth. They love to delve in the spiritual conversations, and that's fine, but they don't really focus on growing. And I think that's where a lot of people get stuck. and they get mired into what's called health problems or challenges or conflicts in relationships because they never really fully grew to overcome the problem. So the patterns just repeated. So that's what I have today for expanding consciousness, to focus on areas of growth, personal development, self-love, and self-care. Those three aspects, super important. So let's see what you all have to say in the chats here, besides happy holidays. The group has changed so much hi Victoria, so much over the year. It's so interesting. Mike, good to see you. Happy holidays. Thank you, SP. Thanks for noticing. You know, it's just a waist up, but okay. Hi, Mike. This person is saying what I look like in a liberal and a Republican at the same time. How about a humanitarian? Get it straight. I'm a humanitarian, and that's what this channel is all about. We're not about divide and conquer here. We're about oneness. Good to see you. Thank you so much, Zoya. We love you back. Hi, Millie. Thank you so much for the comment on my glasses. Hi, Mick. Good to see you. I'm feeling so much better. How are you feeling? I just got a little cough, but I'm almost better. Eric in South Carolina, AR, good to see you. Thank you so much, Mr. Lonely. Chill Guy says, I heard acid helps with expanding consciousness. There are all kinds of medicines out there that support an expanding consciousness. I personally have not tried acid, but I have heard that. In fact, when I was experimenting with ayahuasca, there was a guy that was really proficient in LSD, and he went to go try ayahuasca. What I found with people who do drugs is that they're often chasing something. And the purpose of a medicine is to be able to expand beyond the experience and take that experience and leverage it in life. Thank you so much, Eric. Hello, Sabra. Hey, Culture, good to see you back. Sabra is saying, Kiana, are you working on Christmas? I got to leave for my workplace 25th and 26th of December. Good for you, Sabra. I did not have actual clients today, but I did have work to do. Sabra is saying, please like her videos, 16 viewers and only 8 likes. Oh, thanks. Sabra, I appreciate you. And I appreciate you being in service to the monkeys. And I think one of the things I didn't talk about on here, but I think it's super important, is about when you are expanding in consciousness, you end up being in service to others without any expectations of return, anything. Like these videos. Like, I don't expect likes. I like them. I don't expect subscribes. I like them, but my purpose is to be in service, and that's what I focus on. And I offer that as an invitation, because when you really start to expand in consciousness, you do things without expectation. You really just do them because you're called and you're pulled to do it. And Sabra does that with the monkeys. And, if you send me an email, Sabra, of the monkeys, I'll post it on the page for everybody to see. It would be quite a sight to see the monkeys with your car. Anyways, continue that amazing thing. Mick is saying, I have noticed most people who think they are spiritual, I find they are not. They miss the very thing that you just said. Yeah, the spiritual journey is a wild ride, right? Which is why I started this whole process. Look, my whole experience started with somebody who was my best friend. Well, I wouldn't say it started with her, but it certainly got amplified. And she was I didn't know this at the time because I would say naive at best. And she was a witch. I didn't know. And she was not a good witch. Anyway, so if you go watch my manipulation video, you'll hear. And that's how I learned all about magic. And that's when I realized how much magic was really all around us. Now I think it's more commonplace for people to talk about magics. But back, 15, 20 years ago, nobody really spoke about it. Everybody was afraid of magic. But going back to what you're saying, Mick, is I think we all have, there's what's called energetic locks on people. And they don't know that unless they see it or ask about it or learn about it. But there are energetic locks. Or blocks. It's different than a block in that it's actually like coded. It's coded energy. So energy is codes. And a lot of people don't understand that these codes get placed on them because they're ignorant, because they don't know, because they come into contact. Like one of my friends that I was talking to earlier today, she had a contact with a witch at work. And I even said to her, it's like, what, you need to get that out of your field. Like, what are you doing with that in there? And she knew she had it, but she didn't have anybody help her get out of it. And I'm not saying that I am the best seer, because I'm not. But I know when I sense something, and when I sense it, I address it. And that's the thing, is most people just, Mick, they don't know how to address what they have, and they don't know that we're supposed to learn our soul lessons. Gene, it's probably less than 1% of the spiritual community even talk about. They know they have a soul, but they don't necessarily know that they are supposed to learn those lessons consciously. And so it's just different levels of and layers of energy. You can't possibly know it all. You just do the best you can. I happen to do this every day, so I would say I'm pretty proficient, but I'm not, there are other people that have been doing this longer than me, and they've been seeing since they were kids. Many of us have gotten derailed in so many ways. So I am drinking, I have my water here, my blessed water. And I have the rest of my coffee in here. I have one more sip. Sabra was asking, what am I drinking? Hi, Milos. Sabra says, tomorrow is a dry day and I bought 2 bottles of alcohol. Oh, wow. Scotch and whiskey. I'm not much of a drinker, I'll be honest. I'm not a big fan. Yesterday, I had just a little sip of my husband's wine. I was curious, and I broke out in hives. So it just doesn't resonate with me. And I don't drink whiskey or rum, but cheers to you. Enjoy. I mean, if you don't have a problem with it and it feels good and right for you. Usually alcohol is a window for other energies, so just be careful. That's what I would say. Salvo, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you. Thank you for being here. We missed you. Oliver's saying, can you tell me more about your blessed water? Well, I've been blessing my water for probably 20 years, something like that. As you see, I did a whole program on intention setting to synchronicity, and I set intentions into everything. Our water is exceptionally powerful because we are mostly water. So when we program our water, when we put intentions into our food and our drinks, it changes how our body assimilates it and takes it in. And so it's just a practice I really love. And I have a copper water bottle and I have a glass water bottle, and I put them on my on a prayer that I love and bless them, and I drink them knowing I'm blessed. I love it. Thanks for asking, Oliver. I would also say that I have in the past put a crystal in my water, and And I just saw a reel that talked about somebody putting amethyst in their water. There's all different kinds of things that you could do to help your water be more of a blessing than it is. Mick says, it's not exactly a journey, it's a trial. Trial and error. Mick, you're making me laugh. It's really cause and effect. Cause and effect. I was working with somebody the other day that had like a really strong fear of God. And, that has repercussions and consequences when you fear that which you are a part of. It really makes self-love, self-care, and personal growth challenging. Doesn't mean it can't be done, but yeah, it is a journey, right? We're here. And I did think of Zoya's question the other day more because she asked the other day in the live, what era would you like to live in besides the one that you're in? And I really couldn't think of one because we're here at a time that has never been seen on this planet. And we're here to have great learning, great expansion. And I do think that it's really a unique opportunity for us to grow in consciousness in ways that we can't do in the non-physical. This isn't for everybody, right? And there's not a lot of people that are staying here on this planet. Pisces is saying, alcohol doesn't resonate with me either. I do like a good pre-roll. I don't know. Is that pot? I do like a margarita every once in a while and or a martini, but wine, I can't do it all. And I don't think alcohol is that great for you. It's definitely not good for the spiritual journey. It does invite some unfriendlies in sometimes, and it's not a good thing. So I'm not a proponent of it by any means, but everybody has to make their own conscious choices. Laxman said, to you and your family, lots of Christmas best wishes. My pretty friend, I'm from Mumbai, India. Thank you so much. Right back to you. Happy holidays. Sabra says, oh, it's very cold. It's very impossible to enjoy without alcohol. Okay. Salvo says, the best whiskey I ever had was a little place in Georgia, and they had infused whiskey with peaches. Ooh, I'm not a peach fan either, so I would say a hard no on that one, but glad you enjoyed it. Sabra says, it's very true. Water is life, and when we feel hungry, I drink lots of water. Yep. I did find this, when I went to go get my blood tested, I drank too much water. So too much water is not a good thing. So you want to have balance. Hello, Jono. Hello. Happy holidays. Good to see you. Sabra says, I have 2 drinks, not more than that. Okay. Well, download an intention and a blessing to your drinks. Salvo says, I love having an old-fashioned during the holidays and sitting with my brothers. What a beautiful, beautiful experience, Salvo. I love that. That's awesome. My mother was not a drinker, and neither was my father. So I did have a stint during my college days. Jono says he doesn't drink alcohol except wine. 4 glasses of that doesn't agree with me. Yeah, I can't even have a sip. Hi, Tammy. Happy holidays. Good to see you here, Tammy. We missed you. Okay, y'all. Well, we're not really talking about the topic, so I'm not going to linger here. Today's topic was about expanding consciousness through self-growth, personal development, self-love, and self-care. And really, as you guys are preparing for the new year and you're setting intentions or setting your values, which I highly recommend, and your goals, definitely keep these things in mind because you'll want to expand your consciousness, not just like go after those ridiculous goals that are not meaningful. We want to have meaningful goals, meaningful focus. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for your time, your presence. I will be back here tomorrow for another video of this Being in Sync 366 video series, and it will be part 5 in this Expanding Consciousness series. And it'll be good. So, and then I think after tomorrow, it will be focused on really getting dialed in for the new year. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for your time, your presence, your participation. Wishing you all a happy holidays wherever you are in the world. So happy that you took time to stop here and participate in this series with me. You guys take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers. Bye. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.